Hey y'all, it's Solos here with Nintendo Dads Network. Gonna do a look at the Broken Roads game set like an RPG in the Australian outback. At least that was my impression of it. Code we picked up. I'll try it out. Drop Bear Bites. A little disclaimer there toward the Aboriginal people. A little quote while you wait. Alright, select the text size that's comfortable to read. Your choice can be changed later in the options menu. I'm going to go with larger text just because distance reading sometimes. Alright, options. We got here. Yeah, I want to see all moral choices available to me. Hide skill check numbers. Nah. Yeah, we will always flee if we need to. Alright, hit Y to apply. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's start ourselves a new game.
They thought ending the world would end the war. That much was passed down. Everything else has been lost. When the bombs dropped, 80% of Australia's population was wiped out, just like that. Those who weren't immediately vaporized carried the radiation inland, poisoning all the pretty places they crawled to. The desert swallowed the rest. Despite it all, we survived. We rebuilt. We even formed strong enough allegiances to have wars of our own. But these wars were of disease, of hunger, of people who'd forgotten the sacrifices that have always been made beyond the steady glows of the cities that now choked with dust. Our great-grandparents made it. We will too. All it takes to thrive in this new world is guts, grit, and hard yakka. That's where you come in.
So definitely a game we're going to be playing in a post-apocalyptic time frame. So a bit of not to take away or to add to it, but can't help but go there thinking about like you got a little bit of kind of a Mad Max, seeing how it is kind of the Australian, and you're out in the Never Never. Alright, you grew up with a gun in your hand. If you wanted to eat, you shot what your parents told you to shoot. Starvation is a powerful motivator, as always in life. It was that simple. They hired you out when you were in your teens, telling clients that a hungry kid shoots better. After a few years, you worked your way up the curves, run away, and you crossed out back to make a new life for yourself. You even earned a bit of a reputation. It's apparently I'm a good shot. That's why you weren't surprised when you were offered the possibility of a long-term gig with the Scouts at Bally Hall. It's a mad world out there, and instead of trying to make sense of it, you've carved your place in it. You'll be damned if anyone thinks you'll just quit. Attribute bonus. You've got awareness, got some strength, starting skills, shooting mastery of 10, opportunist of +5. So am I like choosing here? Oh, okay. I'm just pretty much starting out there. I'm a hired gun. There's no choices. Oh, okay, I can see. Oh, okay, surveyor. I got you now. Wide open places to call yours. Spent nights under the stars as a child, teaching you all about constellations so you can navigate in animals. compass, you were hooked. Bit of a Boy Scout. Happy accident, you discovered your place you could make serious coin by telling people what you found. Thrill discovering places that fell off the maps and finding the towns that sprung up since the fall. I guess since the big one dropped. It's almost as good as getting paid when you tell a new client what you found. So you start out with some intelligence, vigilance, and punt, in case you find football out there. The barter crew, I assume you'll be good at negotiating. Bit of a leader here. Australia from Bogota, Bogota, to Bonnie Rock. You've seen thousands of deals go down. I've never been to Australia. I want to go really bad. I've never been to New Zealand. I want to go really bad. So some of these names that may pop up in here, if I botch them, I do apologize. If you are a resident of Australia. By the time you're a teen, you decide that maybe it's time to make your own way. Got a head for numbers, an eye for trade, and a tongue keen for speech. Silver tongue here. Nothing makes you happier than driving a hard bargain. It's been a hell of a ride. You get your way, you'll hunt down for every opportunity in Australia. A jackaroo. You are a lost pup. Your parents ditched you in a remote station when you were an infant. Tough life. Welcome to it. The manager brought you in, the station hands took you to, and you became a kind of a mascot to them. You grew up with tools and can fix the most simple machines. You learned how to read an animal, care for its injuries, and put it to work. They taught you to hunt, give you the skills to survive just about anywhere. You were hunting in the bush when the raiders came. First sign you had was the pillar of smoke. By the time you got back, everyone you knew were dead. You've been on the go since, looking for a new place to settle down. You thought you might have found it in Brookton. Maybe you could see out your days here. You got resolve, strength, biology, and a tinkerer. I just, for the sake of it, just go with hired gun. My appearance. Go with my red head. Let's see here. Yes. Enter a name. My morality and my moral compass. 360-degree view of possible dialogue options, attitudes you can hold, and decisions that you can make throughout your journey. 4 parts: utilitarian, nihilist, Machiavellian, and humanist. With the golden arc representing your worldview, often overlapping different quadrants. Where decision lines is not always a clear cut and the borders matter, it's entirely possible to make a utilitarian focus on the great good for all, which will suit options in that quadrant close to the humanist border. Likewise, you can be with utilitarian quadrant, but tending far more to focus on the interest of your own group, with decisions tending towards the Machiavellian border. Broken roads doesn't reduce things to simple right and wrong or good and evil. And this is a reflection of how you can handle the scenarios you face on your journey. So the game definitely is not just one path cut and dry. So let us continue. Your worldview. Don't want to get too bogged down here because I do want to give time for game time. So the 4 moral quadrants. So it breaks and explains them. Utilitarian, everyone's happy. Happiness combined matters most. All right. Kumbaya group, the greatest good for the greatest number. Machiavellian, my group matters most. So, The Walking Dead. Your worldview. At the center of the compass are the bright. Let me go back. Did they give me more about the? Okay. Here we go. Alright. Nihilist, I matter most. Makes sense. Lots of I's in the name, so there you go. You want to follow suit. Where is the the humans? I missed it at the top. Each person's dignity matters most. Okay? The worldview. Note, the further a decision is from the center of your worldview, the larger impact it will have on shifting it. Plus, the more decisions you make close to the center of your worldview, the more narrow-minded you will become. Conversely, selecting a wider range of choices will make you broader-minded, often allowing more options, but making certain higher-level decisions and moral traits, perks unique to characters, or particular alignments that can affect your dialogue or combat skills unavailable. So I guess the more wider-minded you are, the more dialogue options you get. Might be a lot of talking in this one. Series of moral questions. Your answers here and throughout the game will shape your character's morality and influence their actions and interactions. By default, Broken Road shows you the moral quadrant an answer fits into, as well as a preview of where your worldview will shift to it. Yeah, we'll just show the moral impact. Okay, questions. You just picked up a job to escort and capture a thief. You get to talking and he tells you the sad tale of how he came to be captured. Sounds like he was not really the perp, and actually makes a pretty good case for his innocence. He begs you to free him. What shall I do? Let him go free, you argue his case, and at least prevent an innocent man from enduring mob justice. There will always be more jobs down the track. You've been paid to do a job, plain and simple. You plan to see it through despite his apparel and potential innocence. Prioritize your reputation and ensure you get paid. Promise you'll plead his case. It doesn't serve anyone's interest to execute an innocent man, and it doesn't serve yours if he is in fact guilty. The best you can do is assure justice and your rep stays intact. Tell him to make you an offer. You won't get the other half if you get paid without him, and if you help him escape, your reputation as a hired gun could take a hit. Well, I'll answer probably like how I would lean in the situation. I haven't gone through the nuclear holocaust, so environment shapes a person, so I'm just answering based upon how I am right now in this time and space, so we'll go that way. Utilitarian. You discovered a cache of pre-apocalyptic supplies in an abandoned farmhouse. You can't carry it all back on your own, so you enlist a few friends from town to help. When you return to the cache, you find a group of emaciated scavengers in the process of looting the place for themselves. No way. Threaten the scavengers. If they don't hand over the supplies, kill them. Let them take the supplies or secretly follow them back to their home. Once there, you can loot their other goods and kill them all. Let them go. They're starving and clearly need the supplies more than you do. Plus, they had no way of knowing you found them first. Tell them you found the place first and offer to split their takings. Better to get less than you wanted to spill blood or get nothing at all. Negotiations. A nearby townstead has a new chief. Reading this at an angle. Apologize. It sends an envoy with a threat. Pay tribute or suffer his wrath. He clearly has the military strength to back it up. Do you pay? No, okay. So now I'm getting thrown against the wall here. If he thinks he can take it, let him come. You're not scared of his threats. Send him or return, try and negotiate with the new chief. War hurts everyone, and maybe you can walk out of it by the way. Send scouts to see if he can enforce his demands. If he can pay up. If he can't, send a mocking reply and dare him to come take it. Negotiate with the envoy and escort him back. Conceal your top fighters follow. In town, publicly execute the envoy, displaying his head on a spike. Warn the others to surrender the chief or face the same fate. If he thinks he can take it, let him come. You're not scared of his threats. Well, when threatened, I will definitely stand up for myself. So, despite my answer so far, I'm by no means a pushover. So, I'm not going to be going the utilitarian route here. If he openly wants to threaten me, so bring it. But I'm deciding which way I'm going to do it. If I'm going to do it in a rogue fashion, or if I'm basically just going to take a Polaroid with a middle finger and tell them to call me if there's any confusion about this picture. So, do that. Tell them, bring it. You've been captured by people who clearly gone mad, finding yourself in a pen along with a dew farmer you've met before. Dew farm. One of you knows Luke. A mercenary stripped of his weapons and a terrified young family. The captors assemble a massive pyre indicating their intent for a twisted sacrifice. Noticing a guard's distraction, you're certain you can take advantage of the distraction and try to get everyone out, saving as many as you can. Who all is in the group? Dew farmer, mercenary. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get the family out. After a series of raids on caravans passing near your home, you put together a scouting party. You've caught a bandit leader and one of his raiders. The leader pleads for release, pleading to comply with your terms. Do you free him? Pleads for release, pleading to comply with the terms. He's going to stand trial. Alright, there we go. Sounds good. Showing the bonuses I got. Have a punt. Taking a risk on something uncertain. Your player has a pool of punt points they can draw on if they need to attempt a skill check that they fell short just of, or if they want to increase the accuracy of a particular attack in combat. Punt is derived from charisma. Alright. I tend to spin. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to start the journey. I'd like to start off with building your character. It's been a while since I had that much of a character build load screen as far as like... But that's fun, going through a quiz, you know. Almost like a little personality trait. I like that, how it incorporates building your feature wheel, if you will.
You made it. Good. My name's Jake Anderson, and this here's Bally Hall. Truth to tell, wasn't sure you'd make it. Between the wildlife and the attacks we'd seen, thought you might have met with some misadventure. Right. So the job's simple and the pay's good. You'll ride along to Kokeby with a couple of my scouts as security for Cole, the engineer fixing our radio. At Kokeby, you'll be meeting Mick, the mayor of Brookton, and escorting them both back home. It's an easy job, not expecting much trouble, but better safe than sorry, yeah? Let me introduce you around. Ella's over here, she's my second. My cousin too, her and her sister Matt, who's keeping watch from the crow's nest. Don't get on their bad sides.
New blood, eh, Jake?
Hired gun for the trip to Kokobi. Figured it couldn't hurt, the situation being what it is, hey? Gonna be with you, so maybe you can give the tour?
That's me, noted heartbreaker and charmer. She's so deadpan. She's only seems serious. I thought they were maybe gonna like, talk the whole entire time for every chat bubble. I was like, oh wow, that's nice. I actually got talking spot on, true accents throughout the whole entire game. That'd be a nice feature, but nope. We got to read some of these conversation bubbles. May as well say hi to Cole too, seeing as you'll be escorting him.
Let's go.
L to move your cursor, then press A to move. You can also use A to interact with characters and point to interest in the world. Oh, this might be a point and click. Okay. X to access menus, and use L and R to change menus. You can also access the Learn menu via the journal to read more about the features of the game. To move your character, use... Oh, okay. Is it a point and click? Well, that's a stranger. Is Jake. Chicken. I guess that's a point of interest where I can go. That's outside the camp. The order of things is my active quest. Alright, I'll go down there and do a how's it. Am I walking over there?
Get a chance to talk to everyone yet? No? Best get on it then.
Alright. Oh, I got a grenade and a bottle of water. Alright. Fresh meat for dinner. You know I gave up human flesh, Ella. She gives you a wide smile and sticks out her hand. Mishta? They call me Dreamer. Pleased to meet you. You're a beacon, a civilization. Mate, it's a pleasure to meet you. Working with these Darios all day can be rough. You're as dirty as the rest of us now, City Slicker. It's clear she's got a soft spot for Dreamer. Anyway, my job here, such as it is, consists of two main gigs. What I do best is convince people to save their bullets, defuse fights, make sure people get along, keep the blood inside their skins. The other job, cleaning up the mess. A negotiator. Not mind you, that some people don't deserve to be slapped around. She tries, must put on a fierce face, and I'll be right there to hand some slaps out. Oh, before you go, I can use a hand with a couple things. And Jake wanted you to get some time in at firing. Maybe you make sure you're as good as you say you are, you know? with a legend in his own lunchbox. Now he's dead. She shrugs. Better to know up front if someone's aim is a bit shit. Corps aren't so great at self-improvement.
We've got time. What do you need?
Appreciate the help. Alright. I wish there was a way I could zoom out the map. Fill it up with fresh water. Okay. All right. Hey, I can pet the dog. Where was the firing range? I'll at least be able to shoot. Well, that looks like definitely a firing range right there. Uh-huh.
Name's Jonesy, mate. Who are you?
Jake hired her to give us a hand on the way to Kokobee. She's pretty new to the
I
line.
like when it does the talking.
Got tips for her?
Wish it would do that throughout the whole thing. Do I lie or am I going to tell the truth? I'm a good guy.
So my advice is this. Time comes to throw down, don't blink. None of the Derros out in the bushwood, it's them or you. I made the mistake of trying to be kind once.
Got a nasty scar. When they sunk that low, the only help for him is hot lead. Oh, okay, here we go. Finally, I get some morale choices. Surely we can find a way to help them. What if we organize supply drops so they weren't so desperate? Maybe they could help rebuild. Hell, that's a good cure for just about anyone. Supply drops. Mate, I don't know if we've been paying attention, but everyone out there here is barely scrapping by. No room for charity when you're a bad day away from starvation. You want to be generous? Give him a quick death. Hate to ruin this heated discussion, but I'm supposed to keep squiring our friend here around. You and Jake are headed back to Brookton after Alders die? Yeah. You gonna swing by and see me, old man? Got to update him on the kill count. Sure, if that's your thing. Gotta break a few eggs to make that new world cake. I'm just gonna choose that because I like that. It's weird.
Not just about the killing, mind you.
Plug.
Though just between you and me, fuck the raiders, rustlers, and other assholes shitting up the place. Let him piss in their boots when they
So Jonesy would definitely be a frontline man when it comes to the fight.
Don't let him fool you. Under that bloodthirsty exterior lurks, well, the heart of a killer. But under that, not a bad guy. Not if he's on your side. Well, unless you're a farmer. Then you should lock up your wife and daughters, livestock too.
Alright, noted. Oh, you can scroll up and see all the conversations happened before in case you missed something.
Ah, you know me so well, Ellie. Except the livestock thing. No one can prove that.
I hope not. But I guess He can be kind of the rough type out here. Thanks. We got to keep moving. If you have anything more to talk to Jonesy about, target practice. For sure, let's get on it. You can show us what you got. Alright. Different weapons are more effective depending on the distance from the target. Pistols and shotguns work well up close. Alright. Rifle so, like in a lot of firing games. Rifles from a medium distance. Snipers rifles better from a little further away. Experiment with the different weapons at varying distances to work out the optimal range. Your shooting mastery and deadeye skills, for those who played Red Dead Redemption, will always affect damage and accuracy as you improve them. Okay. Let me digest all the stuff that's on the screen now at the moment. Again, this is an RPG, so lots of times there is a lot of stuff on the screen. Okay. I've got my line of fire. Looks like I have just a bolt action rifle. Got 4 rounds. Okay. That damage bar. 63% on that, 52% on that. I can zoom out somewhat. Oh, I can get boost in. Alright, I can get boost in my accuracy. Okay. Let me go up all the way to 93%. That's 82. Not enough action points. Okay. Maybe I used all of my action points. Alright. X to end turn. Is this turn-based combat? Not enough action points. Alright, well, I mean, I'm ending my turn. Weapon wheel. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, I ended my turn. Alright, you gotta hold it down, alright. Okay, I got you now. Alright. Banged them and flanked them. Alright. Alright, hold down X to end my turn. Alright, reload. Alright, now I'm gonna be reloaded. So the combat definitely is going to be, as you can see, turn-based, so you get time to think things through, I guess. It's not going to be real time. Like I said, I didn't read a lot on this game going into it, so combat's new to me. Oh, I missed? There we go. See what he says. Not bad, mate. Good to have you on board. Hey, Ella. You might not be the resident sharpshooter much longer. Tired of your shit? Still you ever seen? Oh, yeah, I got a chat bubble in the air now. That's different. Meet Mad and meet Cole. There's Dreamer. Workbench. The outhouse. Stranger there. Guess I gotta go in there to meet them. So, alright, well, that's about good grasp on kind of like how this game is going to be. I know it's not too far down in the pipe as far as like I'm just in the camp, starter camp, but that gives you a sample, I feel, of what the game's going to be like. So definitely got some language in it. So if you're a parent out there and was saying about if this game's a good starter RPG for your kid, just know it's got some foul language in it. Don't know if they say it out loud. I wasn't paying attention to it, so there might be read foul language. But I like the fact that they do have the accents actually fitting for the where the region that they're in. Post-apocalyptic, so I haven't seen any history revealed yet as far as like why the bomb got dropped or anything, and I'm talking about that. So I'm not sure if they're going to reflect on the past, or there's just going to be a game that's just taking place just in the post-bomb drop, and off we go, and not much talking about the past. So it's just going to live in the here and now, which is fine, because sometimes talk about the past, you get a lot of exposition that is just drags the game out. So just pictorial representation at the start sometimes is enough. Point and click game. So if you like Infinity, Original Sin, Baldur's Gate 3, for as far as your combat stuff and what I've seen so far, then you definitely are going to be liking this game, because it has that same flavor as far as point and click. I don't see anything in settings where you could change it over to RTS. And then as sometimes that helps out, just playing like point and click and turn-based, so that way you have time to take breaks if you need to go take care of something. So there's some benefit to that in real life, playing a game like that. Did not look to see if there was like a save, or if there's like an auto save happening up in the corner. So something for me to look back on later. Thanks for watching. Definitely hope you enjoyed listening to this, and feel free to make any comments. And this once again was Solo with Nintendo Dads Network, and I appreciate you lending me your time on this. Till next time.